The world of philosophy can be daunting and confusing, but when you mix that in with the whole university experience, it can be discouraging. But as someone who's been through it, I want to give advice that I wish someone would have given me when I was a philosophy student in university. Now, I hate even potentially resembling bragging, but I gotta lay down my credentials for you guys so you know that you're getting some top-notch insights. I don't have a philosophy degree, but I have a bachelor's of arts with an emphasis in philosophy. Most of my classes were in philosophy, and I even did some independent studies with my professors. If that's not enough for you though, then I'm also a law school grad, but more importantly, I passed the infamous bar exam on my first try. Again, this is not to brag, just to show that I have some credibility when it comes to learning new, difficult subjects, and applying them to tests, but more importantly, life. Besides, a whole lot of the advice in this video is going to be based off mistakes I've made during my academic journey. So without further ado, let's get into 5 essential tips for new or current philosophy students in academia. So tip number 1 is to actually understand the scope of why you want to learn philosophy. When I started college, I didn't know what I wanted to do and was just going to classes for the sake of getting a bachelor's degree. And if I'm being honest, I don't think I know of a single friend of mine that entered college for one thing and was completely steadfast in that area when they graduated. So firstly, try to understand why you want to study philosophy in college. Is your motivation something that could be handled outside of college with self-directed studies? Perhaps you'd prefer the assistance of a professor, but that professor also exercises control over what you study, so there's less freedom on your end. I know it's tedious, but try just writing out why you want to study philosophy in college to see if it's right for you. But let's say you're already a student or you're pretty determined to become a philosophy major. Well, my second tip is to have a realistic postgraduate plan. Look, let's not beat around the bush. A philosophy degree is really not the most job-friendly major out there. And although you could tell yourself that you'll worry about it in the future when you'll get there, it'll come sooner than you think. For me, I graduated college when the pandemic hit. I even had a virtual graduation that year. So combine that with a degree where I did mainly philosophy, and I was under pressure to do something. I did what a lot of philosophy students do, and I jumped into law school. That was a mistake. I really don't have much interest in law, and while skills I picked up in philosophy transferred over to law school, the whole experience just wasn't for me. I'm just stubborn and like to finish things I start, so I got my JD, passed the bar, but if I could go back 3 years ago, I would do something completely different. So really think about what your exit plan is after graduation. I know it's not as fun and maybe a little scary, but it'll stop you from making regretful decisions like I did. Now, the rest of these tips are actually about succeeding as a philosophy student. Tip number 3 is to socialize with your classmates a lot. This is really important, much more important than a lot of other majors. You're in this class learning about these new ideas and they're confusing you. But guess what? Everyone else in that class is confused as well. I guarantee it. This is the perfect opportunity to not only make friends and have a cool college social life, but to collaboratively learn. My first philosophy class was on 20th century philosophy, not even starting with the ancients, so I was very lost. But I met with a group at a cafe to talk about things and really get a grip on what we're learning. And it's super easy to approach others because you're all dealing with new ideas. Just go up to someone and say, "Hey, I don't really get what Plato is saying here. Do you know what he's talking about? Oh well, that's interesting. What do you think? Is he right about that? I don't know, I kind of think ... It's much easier to do that than in another class where it's like, hey, what's the formula for the quotient value of this equation with the sum of x to the power? Like, dude, don't come at me with a question like that. You'll not only find socializing with other students to be obviously socially rewarding, but it'll help you out in these classes. Plus, if nothing else, you guys can bond over the struggle of getting through someone like Kant. Tip number 4 is a bit of a weird one, but it's to put down your books now and then. I know philosophy is full of reading and studying, but I'm of the opinion that philosophy and life experiences are interconnected. You're in college. This is an opportunity of making new memories, making mistakes, and experiencing new things. By going out into the world and living, you can better relate those experiences to the philosophy you're learning. I took a law school trip to Spain and Portugal 2 years ago, and it was really, to be honest, full of hedonism. You know, nice food, beautiful scenery, wine, great friends, beautiful people. Oh my god, being a 10 out of 10 was the norm in Spain. It was crazy. So at that time, it inspired me to look into more life-affirming, hedonistic philosophies. Cause usually, every other philosophy out there kinda just dunks on Cyrenaic hedonism. So I wanted to see what they themselves had to say. Bottom line is, don't shut yourself in like Descartes. Even if you're shutting in to read and study, get out there in the world and experience the ups and downs of life. It'll give you a unique insight into the philosophy that you read. And lastly, tip number 5 is to invest in a good general history of philosophy book. So you're going to be taking these classes and are probably going to have one of these already assigned. But in case you don't, then definitely pick something like this up. Each thinker in philosophy can be seen as an individual puzzle piece. It is totally possible to just dig into one thinker and explore all their ideas in isolation. But by doing that, you'd be missing out on the larger picture and the greater context of those ideas. And besides, like 99% of philosophy books have some response to other thinkers in their works. So you really need to understand the context to fully understand the individual thinker. For example, a lot of people just jump right into existentialism and stoicism, and while there is certainly value to be gained if you just read works in those areas, it's much more rewarding and comprehensible if you also read other works and philosophies that impacted those movements. So just getting acquainted with the general history of philosophy is pretty important. I personally use this Big Ideas Simply Explained philosophy book, but also The Great Conversation is another good one. So those are 5 essential tips for any philosophy student in academia. I'm sure a lot of my subscribers have also gone through the process, so if that's you, comment below any other words of wisdom. If you enjoyed this video but also want to use my channel as a resource, then be sure to subscribe, like, and hit the bell. And with that, I wish you all a beautiful rest of your day.